some people do. FaZe Clan will be starting on the T side very shortly indeed. All to play for those of you on Go TV.
Counter-terrorists win.
Crikey. It's taking me longer and longer to... I mean, there's just so many big players on the server.
I'm going to pick Sliggy every time.
You're going to pick Sliggy? Okay.
Every time.
For those of you on Go TV, I'm going to pick Nico. I think that, for my money, he is the most dangerous man in Counter-Strike, and he will need to be if FaZe are to win this game of Mirage.
I mean, obviously, Sunny is also crucial here when it comes to mouse sports. Going to need to see his consistent rifling, but... all these questions and more will be answered now. Mouse will start off on the CT side. I think most of you prefer to start off on the CT side of Mirage. And Sunny, talk of the devil, and he shall appear in underpass, it seems. They're going for a very fast push on the flank. I don't think FaZe will hear this because they're running all over the place. Stacks, this is what he does. The pit, well, he's not going to do anything much there. But the bomb,
oh, no!
The bomb has been left. That is not good.
It's already a 2 versus 4 situation. Oscar, it seems Olofmeister knows where he is. A few shots in the back. There is a communication there. All too late. Rain doesn't necessarily have the range for a one-shot if he jumps at the back. And how does he get into position? He may need Olofmeister to boost him from the side, but do they even know how many players are in apartments? There we go. There's the boost. He can't just jump up on the structure. He needs to go for that boost. Otherwise, it gets taken out immediately. How indeed. Instant double.
Oh!
Okay, Sonny. Okay, then.
See ya. You can't really...
That's something.
I mean, I guess there is no how.
I was watching Guardian's POV at the beginning of that round. He had the forward spawn for a pick towards the B bomb site. Got it with the P250, but the flank shut it down.
I didn't see the third one. Chris J, you are disgusting. That is rather sickening, isn't it? That is a strong start, though. You know, for all the shade we threw the way of our sports and the doubts that we had, that... you know, as you say, Jane, it's never too late to turn it around. That's a good start, but it is only a start. And the Force Wise come out from FaZe, and they are looking to go for a burst onto that A bomb site. It would look like right now, waiting though for Olofmeister to get into position. Need to time the push well, but this mid presence is pretty difficult to stop. But this is a good cue here. FaZe know there's pressure in middle. They have space to run onto A if they want it right now, but they have to go now.
One flash. Rob's jump peaks. He's 2 to 3 players in array. Last Sunny going wide. He's got to be careful of the high ground. Sunny with 3 kills so far, reloading, and Chris J will get a nice headshot with the scout. No second player in connector needed. Olofmeister now looking for some kind of damage with his CZ, but there's been almost no damage done in this round. Sunny with 3 kills, and he's almost got 90 HP. Chris J moving close with a scout. Very interesting approach from him, but he's got his pistol out, of course, and he will be the second engager. Rops with the SK YouTube setup, as I like to call it. Ever since Fallen put that setup on YouTube, everybody's picked it up. There is Chris J to close out the round. 2-0 for Mouse Sports, and FaZe have 2 kills in these 2 rounds.
Yeah, perfect start for Mouse Sports, and now they're against the Glocks for FaZe. So, yeah, you can't really ask for anything better than this. And one additional bonus as well is that when that force plate doesn't do any damage, you really start to build that money on the CT side, which is very important. You want to keep the AWP, or the numbers of times that you can buy an AWP, as high as possible, of course, because there's so much you can do with it on the CT side. You can get all sorts of aggressive on Mirage. It is a lot of fun, and one would expect Guardian to be doing similar madness when he reaches that CT side. I do wonder if they'll bring out the AWP immediately on the T side when they get their proper buys in. It's very difficult to do much with Glocks, James.
Yes, this is has the potential to be, rather, a nice farming round for Chris J with no Kevlar on the FaZe players. A shot above the waist is pretty much a guaranteed kill for Chris J with the scout, always nice. But now a bomb plant becomes likely as FaZe head towards the B bomb site. They've got the numbers, and Snax is the only person in B itself. Sunny is very deep towards the mid position, and Oscar was as well. Expectation towards mid, but that may change things. Pop flash, and out comes the stream. Can Sunny get into support fast enough? They don't see Snax immediately reposition. Sunny's ever cover now, and maybe the bomb plant's not so likely after all. No flags to Jeff for FaZe. And that is an important thing going forward. Chris J cheekily still with only Kevlar and no helmets in that round, so he'll have to upgrade if he wants to with the, now it's less relevant. So in terms of money, in the 3 rounds, FaZe have got 2 kills, and that is really big because Mousebots have a full buy before this round even starts in the next round, should they lose this one. Sunny 7-0. It's a nice hot start from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so often the focus goes to Sunny. A lot of people think he's the best player on the team, or the most consistent at the very least. And fast timing coming in. Rain going for the taps here, and can't quite find too much just yet. FaZe
that's
really
cheeky.
Want to start things off quickly here.
Chris J through the smoke, taking Rain out after the initial tag. Still continuing with the scout. Again, keeping the money together. Mousesports basically have a crap buy in this situation, but they've got a 4 versus 5. Once the smoke disappears, there may be some problems. Oscar will be at limited range, falling off from his position with the MP7. Again, he is headshotable through the lip of that balcony. Nico has to be careful. If he drops into the window position, of course, that can be heard. So if Oscar, for any reason, gave your Guardian a reason to think that he's there, if Guardian takes a pot shot, that will be a nice frag. The pot flash. Oh, the timing is absolutely perfect. Oscar maybe could have done with half a second jump, and now you see those wallbang attempts, but of course Guardian's got the kill already. But you never know, maybe another CT moves into that position afterwards. 4 on 4, 45 seconds on the clock, and the whole FaZe clan are here.
Yeah, Mousesports have gone very passive on A, so they have fast rotation. And looks like they're still trying to confirm that this is a committed play. Oh, that's a big miss from Chris. And now there's 30 seconds, and FaZe are forced into the bomb site. Nico starts to work his magic. Eliminates Chris J. Sunny gone from the site as well. The remaining players of Mousesports locked out of that B site. Now we're back in there. And the bomb will go down. And you have to give it to FaZe. They were tenacious. The fact they were just sat in apartments for so long, you don't often see that go too well, but Guardian, he knew exactly what was coming. Looks like Carrigan didn't though.
That's bonus money. Again, in a situation where Mousesports can buy regardless because of how few frags FaZe got in the first 3 rounds. This is farming time for Snax, farming simulator. And the T's will start to back off. Now, the bomb explosion will send any weapons up there in Snax's direction, so he may even get an upgrade out of this. Now, somebody could save in that bedroom position. There is the gun sent in his direction, so he need go no further. And there we go. The first round on the board for FaZe Clan, but again, that was the anti-force buy from Mousesports in terms of weaponry, and now comes the full buy, and what a full buy it is.
That shot from Guardian, I just don't even understand. That's amazing. Obviously, he shoots when he gets flashed, but just the fact that he just has such a good guess on exactly where Oscar is after so much time just sitting there is pretty awesome. And this is definitely an important one. FaZe do not want to be reset, and as you mentioned, we get this proper buy now. The double AWPs straight away. Mousesports pulling no punches here, but perhaps a set piece to come into way, and those smoke grenades will allow them to gain a lot of ground against the AWPs.
FaZe very suggestive towards the A site, but no commitment behind it. 3 players now looking for a human waterfall out of the Palace position. Guardian lining up a smoke, Harrigan moving towards the A site as well. We've got Chris J and Sunny in the middle of mid. Now, they may check for a lurker top mid, but beyond that, there may be a 4 versus 5 on the A site, although Nico again getting nasty to start things off. range dropping, the bomb moving towards the fireboxes. What does Oscar choose to do?
Well, has to gain vision again. So many flashes sent his way. The bomb is on the boxes there. That's a big problem. Oscar looking to cover it. There's an incendiary thrown deep as these CTs continue to absolutely just barrage this bomb site with grenades. Big peek comes in from Sunny, but he is expected. Guardian waits. There's 35 seconds. They've got time for this, but they need to get this bomb. And they are losing players here. Guardian, another shot. Oh, he spots an elbow, but somehow Oscar gets out of there in time.
Surely Guardian was at an advantage there. Took too long to take the shot. Oscar being closer to that structure in CT had a slight disadvantage from that range. And now we've got 15 seconds and the bomb is still flashing in Oscar's face like amber lamps. Snacks looking to smoke, but again, they can see the bomb. But now we've got a numbers game being run, running into Snacks' AK-47. He creates some space for the smoke, jumping straight through it, trying to stop the plant. The gamble didn't work out, and Guardian will clean up the round. 4 kills for Guardian, round number 2 for FaZe.
You got to give it to FaZe there. I mean, and Mousesports, both teams hitting a stalemate with that bomb in a horrible position. FaZe even sacrificing a player. I didn't see actually who it was sacrificing themselves to pick up the bomb with 10 seconds left to plant it. Then the desperation move through the smoke. Really awesome stuff there. And this was pretty nuts. Just scoping in and out there repeatedly. Gets a very important kill. Big round from Guardian. Gets himself 4 kills and absolutely instrumental in that round win. Very fast response here from Mousesports, going aggressive in mid there. Chris J, seeing if he can spot anything with the scout. Nothing just yet. FaZe will play a slower pace.
Or will they? Snacks picked off through a smoke on the balcony. He was just trying to get into position, but Game Center tells Olofmeister to shoot. Olofmeister shoots. Olofmeister kills. Chris J on the scout once again. Oscar, though, has an AWP, trying to get something done, but Olofmeister waits for him. Painful play to fight against Olofmeister, and the same can be said for Oscar. FaZe looking to tie the score. Just one round behind Mousesports in the early stages of Mirage. Definitely not Inferno. Window smoked off. Another smoke from the CTs, I assume, in B halls, and Olofmeister continues to lurk. Look how far Rops is now. There's a blind spot if he jumps onto the right-hand side corner. And, ooh, this UMP. This is a rarely checked position because you almost never see a CT here. Now with no one going towards Palace, what will Rops choose to do?
So a very good question. There's a loss of plays to make. Could be highly impactful, or could it fall flat on his face? Chris moves forwards there to triple. Sees if he can find something. Oh, there you go. There's a good headshot coming in, but he gets traded out. And here it is. Rops going for the flank play. They will not expect this timing. It was so fast from Rops. Sunny will take down Olofmeister, drawing more attention towards the front. Rops, oh no! Nico comes in, perfect timing. And that is Rops dead to rights.
Olofmeister was lurking in mid, I do believe, and now he's dead. Sunny and Oscar, 2 versus 3. Not really in position. Nico seems to already be on the hunt. Nico proving to be a dangerous player on Mirage. That was such an important frag. The spatial awareness is outstanding on many, if not all, of these players. Oscar defending in B halls now, with eyes towards the TV. I would love to see statistics on, like, the TV in here, how many times it's broken per round. But, or in total, Nico, absolutely disgusting. That is brutal. Just what can you do? There's no answer to that. He solved the puzzle.
Wow. that is something else.
It was such a specific point he was shooting at as well.
Yeah.
That's experience.
Yeah, that's a lot of FPL, isn't it?
Nico makes it look like
games.
he's fighting bots, like he's placed bots around the map and he's just going around and shooting them. Do not try this at home.
Another underpass push coming in from Mousesports, doing what they can here. Oscar and Chris J, they'll push. They'll try to in the B apartments, but they're not all that coordinated here. And Sunny, he is obviously, as you can see, the man that has the only dangerous weapon, really. So a really beautiful pop flash, and I don't think it works, but Sunny still goes down. Very gorgeous stuff there from Olofmeister. He's loving life right now.
That was an amazing pop flash. Considering how low that door entrance is as well, he did very well. But again, the awareness, no assumptions being made. He knows That's the thing, right? All these players playing at this level, they have a mental idea of where the CTs could be at all times. So despite taking 2 players out on the low ground, he knows that the area above him could have been compromised in the meantime and deals with it with that flashbang. Lovely stuff.
Drops the live with Eagle, looking to make life difficult. There's one headshot. Unfortunately, time was against him. That's FaZe, after a very tough first 3 rounds, are really shaking things up here. I shouldn't say just a very tough 3 rounds. In fact, some of these rounds have been really difficult. That's a round on the A bomb site that went down to the last 5 seconds, for example. That was some brutal stuff, but Guardian delivering when he had to. Nico's been getting some very key entries to create space for Guardian. Olofmeister's been doing really well towards the B side of the map. FaZe have their right players firing off right now.
Is that a smoke for short that Rain just deployed? We will soon find out. Ooh. Okay, it more or less is. And it's a very fast B play, being suggested by FaZe at least, but they are non-committal. Nico lurking towards the A site for now, but he's rotating away from A. So will it be another second attempt from FaZe? We've seen some rounds already where they deploy initial grenades and then just go in again. Almost like a... Well, let's see how this plays out. We have a normal spread now from Mousesports, a 2-1-2 setup, so maybe after gravitating towards B or starting to, they go back to a more normal scenario. Nobody brave enough on the CT side to look for info, and Oscar moves back into B from being near CT spawn.
They had a similar round to this before did FaZe, just sitting in the B apartments for forever, conceding pretty much all of the map, and they somehow made it work. We remember that, we can recall that frag that Guardian made as he got flashed into Oscar as he jumped. But such a situation will not present itself this time. FaZe will just have to go in without a pick, and just with these grenades. They have given up the map for so long, James. This is very unusual.
The smoke grenades will isolate the short player if he doesn't go in fast enough, and if he does, he's close quarters versus AKs with an AWP, which means Nax may be against a massive numbers game. Oscar battle up a time. This is the first shot, though. Nax manages to get one. Can he get another one? He can't. Now the CTs are out of the sight, but Oscar manages to see one player, takes out the bomb, and he's so close to another frag. Now the bomb's going down, though.
This is very retakeable, but Nico's lurking in middle. Nico could demolish this. See the camera angle there and how close it is. They suspect that there could be a flanker, but they're not entirely sure. Nico, oh, that is a tap and a half, and he's causing problems now on the flank. Oscar boosted up. That is a big deal, but still, 2 players on the bomb site ready to do the damage here. Guardian and Olofmeister both have been having a great game so far. Guardian being teased there. 1 versus 3, surely not. Goes forwards with the AWP. Chris J with a running USP, and they'll have just enough time. Or will they? This will be very close. There's no kit. There's no kit, James. Oh, I think he's got just enough time. It's so close. Oh, that is the relief.
Crikey. When that execute came in towards the B bomb side, if you saw Rops on the radar, he was on A for the longest time. They knew that Nico was lurking somewhere. Look at this. Look, why are you doing this? Just 1 click. How can you have that much confidence? His own teammates say that it's so hard to watch when he just one-taps people all the time. He never misses the one-tap either. He always lands it. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Especially because there's that's first shot accuracy on the AK as well. It's not even breaking the game there with this consistency. We'll see though whether or not FaZe can quickly take things back here. They did a lot of damage to Mousesports in the previous round. They've been playing a very slow pace, but this round a very fast pace, at the very least to take middle. Now things slow down once again as Mousesports take nothing for granted, hold position. And Rain opens it up there.
Massive. Rain elevated, so Oscar walks in towards the window thinking, okay, I'll get a pick here, but Rain can see his legs and takes him out. FaZe had a fast smoke on the mid side of connector actually, but in the elevated position so the CTs could not look over it, which allowed, well, it helped Rain get into this very fast position. Chris J, he's teased, he sees a slither of someone as the bomb rotates towards A. Actually, Guardian will drop it for Olofmeister because they don't know if the ramp is clear just yet.
And Rain did not see Chris J, and he's moved very far forwards. If there is a flash, Rain picks up another one. Surely Chris J can even it. Level the scales, perhaps. There's number 1. Now, what else can Chris J find here? FaZe have 40 seconds to go towards the bomb site, and they're moving towards A, where Chris J is at the moment with the AWP, but they think it's B, perhaps. He's going through the vents. We'll have to see. Indeed, he's going to go over towards B. Rops, though, with the AWP on A, slows things down.
Carrigan offered a few grenades towards the B bomb site to start to pull that rotation, but now Snacks knows it was all lies. He was being told fibs, fake pictures on a dodgy profile. Olofmeister and Nico now around the A site. Nico's still in panic. Really hard to look out for there. Rock's missing the shot though. Carrigan with a 2K, and he's turned his round around. What the hell's going on? Only 14 seconds on the clock.
This game is really interesting, James. The style, I mean, again, you always say styles makes fights, right? And we've seen multiple rounds now where we'll have a fast start and then everything slows down into just tension. We see the round building here. Rain gets two in very important picks. Chris J slows him down slightly. Rops slows him down even more towards that A site. And then for Carrigan to turn it around with a clutch 2K. And look at the result. Nothing left in the tank now for Mousesports after that good start. FaZe are in a very powerful position.
This is an absolute toilet round for Mousesports. They use the numbers to get one flag, but I mean, it's like a pigeon trying to make its way through Lebanon. It's just not happening. Too many guns pointed at the sky. 3 people survive for FaZe Clan. Crikey. It's looking really difficult for Mousesports. FaZe are all over this at the moment, although we have seen some clutch plays. Now we've got 2 AWPs out. Oscar appears to be in the nude. He's got no money to wear clothes in this round, so he will be vulnerable. And these double AWP plays haven't really had the impact they might have liked. There is a tactical timeout from FaZe. Limited utility from Mousesports. Now, are we going to start to see some more aggression from Mousesports moving into what is traditionally T territory? We saw one round where they had 2 plays in the middle of mid, Mousesports. Do we see some vintage Snacks plays towards the B apartments? Maybe not with Olofmeister lurking. Even with a smoke down, Snacks isn't safe. There are 5 deterrents on the T side, and they're called FaZe Clan. Yeah,
it's been difficult for Mousesports for sure, and thankfully, due to that start they had where they got so much money, we have seen a lot of buys and a lot of orbs from them, and this round is no different. But it has to win at some point. This could be it. Chris J goes forwards there, looking to go under the smoke. Quick smoke of his own there to stop the Molotov and keep himself out there. But the flashes will cover the approach here for FaZe and force Chris J back. You can see quite how important those the utility is in middle, and that meta game around the connector super important to understand. FaZe will take mid control. Chris J back at it again though. Desperately desires, wants, yearns for a pick here early in the round.
Those are very scary peaks to take as well, because you are expected, especially in a team of snipers such as these. We see the resurgence of the Chris J AWP on the Mousesports team of late. Grenades in the window, grenades towards connector as well for the safe taking, or safer taking for the T side. There's a pop flash from a teammate as well. And Rain makes sure that no one is in there. And now we have the seeking of information, but will they go further than this? Again, that is the MIBR setup, but Sunny has flashed himself out. So they've had a look towards the ramp. Now, FaZe Clan will hear that there was a flashbang on A. Do they have a read that Mousesports are looking for information? Does that speed up their play?
Less than 30 seconds. Oscar repositioning here. Will there be any grenades to cover this? Looks like nothing. Still open window. Less than 20 seconds now to get that bomb planted. It's on the ground. Well, it's been planted down by Nico. Once again, in the nick of time here for FaZe. A 4v4. Everyone in the shop here for Mousesports. How do they get in?
It's got to be a save.
There's 2 choke points and 4 players to go through them. There's surely no way. Oh my god, Chris J. Quick trade though from Nico. Keeps him honest. It's not like there's really much here for Mousesports to do, but they still keep trying. Pushing forwards now. They are really going for this. But as you say, James, they should have saved because they are getting absolutely annihilated here. 2 versus 1 Oscar. Wants that last kill, but he will be absolutely denied. FaZe hold on to the B-bomb sites, and they pick up round number 7.
Why is he even going for the duel there? I don't know. They have lost now 7 of the last 8 rounds. They had no position, they had no flashbang. The only grenade they had was a smoke. I don't believe they had a defuse kit either. Now, you can see the angles they were holding in market with 2 AWPs. They're looking for an opportunist frag. Chris J does well to get one, going further than you might expect, but gets traded immediately. So, for me, that was suicidal. And again, it's a team who has struggled with leadership and leaders and so on. And I feel like you have to have someone there who makes the call to save, because that was pure suicide. They've thrown all their weapons away. Now they have another 3 round for FaZe. Whereas with 4 players surviving, they could have either bought around, or if they want to keep their money, there's only one guy who may be somewhat short. So, I mean, they got completely outmaneuvered in the B bomb site. You saw Oscar in the market window, looking towards the balcony, and also looking towards short, scoping in, scoping out all the time. Like, you just got to give it up sometimes.
Sometimes you got to hold your hands up and know when your beats. Money again in the tank from Mouse Sports for another go of things as FaZe take the tactical timeout, and that's an interesting one. All of Mice are actually very close to $16,000. The money in the FaZe camp obviously very good, as you can now see on your screens.
So I mean, you can see Mouse Sports are going to buy in this round regardless. In that respect, with 1 player down, I mean, maybe you don't buy with that player, but you could save up to 4 weapons in that previous round. For me, that is a straight save. You have no position, you have no flashes, you have 2 AWPs on a 4-man retake, all from market. If they don't give you up a frag to edge you on, I mean, Chris tries to make it happen, but even when he goes down, there's still 3 people who can still save there. And then 1 person, so let me go and repick this guy in window. Like, what is the impact of shooting that guy? Doesn't have a kit, so he's not going to win a round. You have to wonder where the mindset is.
I was just going to say, yeah, it could be telling of that mindset. It's a stark contrast to the Liquid Astralis game we just saw. Both teams incredibly disciplined, fighting tooth and nail. The pressure never getting to either one of them as far as mistakes being caused due to that pressure. And, well, FaZe holding passively here, looking for another aggression. Maybe they are sensing a desperation in Mouse Sports. Mouse Sports do have a very fun setup here, but again, Guardian waits.
This is always a good approach to the top of mid. If you have an eye on your opponent's economy, especially for eco rounds, I mean, there's a risk that a CT side might rush mid, for example. So just for those of you at home, when you have control, you've got the money, you've got the weapons, it's nice to have a passive start sometimes to your approach to top mid, so you don't get rushed by people with 5.7s, flashbangs, and so on and so forth. Very patient start for FaZe, and you can see Mouse Sports not going too far, because with no action anywhere across the map, they know that there's probably somebody watching mid. But they've had this position before, and FaZe Clan executed into the A bomb site. Now we see Guardian rotating. I don't believe Chris J is close enough to hear the rotation from his position. So now what's going to happen? 35 seconds, practically nothing has happened. Beyond the players in mid, we've got no seeking of information. Last time they executed, there were 2 players CT, 2 players mid, so it was a 4-on-5. One of Mice is lurking top mid, now gets taken out. Is that enough info for the CT?
Yeah, once again, just leaving it's a very low amount of time here. Guardian will be arriving finally, and he's been, again, instrumental in some of these A takes. Rops will be Molotov the way, and that is going to create just enough time to plant the bomb here. No room for error there. If he'd been taken down, that'd be that. But they get to play the retake here. Nico holds down the flank against Sunny. Unhappy, that took 2 bullets, James, instead of 1.
Again, 4 plays left, got no defuse kit, and needs to get on this bomb quickly. And where is it planted? Is it planted for default, or is it planted for the inverse? Carrigan's position may suggest the latter. 10-second defuse coming in. It's a great pick from Guardian, but he needs more. So close, almost sees it. Mouse Sports managed to frag all of FaZe Clan and just about defuse the bomb. That is such a low percentage situation. However, they only survived with 2 players. They have 2 sniper rifles, and now FaZe have a chance to reset them for an easier 10-5. Only 2 rounds left in this half.
Yeah, this was very, very close indeed. That's a stunning shot from Chris J. Again, if he obviously... Oh, wow, that is also very nice. Pulling out all the stops here to give them a fighting chance moving into that next half. I should say more than that, you know, Mouse Sports, they can play a T-side Mirage. So, although it's been quite difficult, and if we again remember that 3 of Mouse Sports' rounds come off that pistol, it's definitely been a struggle. But here comes another fast play in towards A. Sunny now waits on triple. And Robs to play off of by Shadow is definitely going to be a strong setup here for Mouse Sports. Ooh, Robs taking some points there, forces him out of his hidey hole, and Guardian will take him down, but Sunny still doing damage. Quick pop flash over the top to look for more, but there is no more just yet.
Moving through the site with the cover of the smoke grenades. Palace was smoked earlier. Olofmeister was running backwards and forwards to create presence. Be able to rotate all the way around. So there's no high ground advantage. Olofmeister will trade, though. There's another one for him. Where are the last two players? They may not expect another player on the site. 1 minute mark. Olofmeister on the high ground. He is very exposed. Snacks will hear him moving down into Sandwich. Snacks having to use Chris J for bait. Will he pick the right time to peek, however? Complete focus on Chris J. He's rotated his position. Snacks having a look, and now Chris J is in a better position. So if Olofmeister tries to punish him, Chris J is there. Moving through triple. Olofmeister's ready for him, though. And he's got the bomb. It's a long rotation. It's not a guarantee that he goes towards B. What on earth does Snacks do now?
That's a very good question. It is such a hard situation to read. It's just such a 50-50. Do you sit still? Well, if you sit still, then you don't risk getting caught out, like rotating out of position if Olofmeister was going to the same bomb site at a delayed timing. You can see that Snacks is playing it the safest possible way and just doing that, sitting in the same position. But he is soon about to have a very red face here.
Oh no, he's running away. He's got to go back for a kit. He has to go back. There are two kits right in front of him, and his team communicate it. Picks up some utility on the way. It's so important that they said kit, kit, kit. Olofmeister inside the apartment. Now, where is the bomb planted? That will maybe give a clue to Snacks. He has a smoke grenade as well as a defuse kit, though. Appears to be the default plant. Olofmeister, you can see him tracing the sound with his crosshair. There is the smoke. Snacks uses a cover. Olofmeister has the right angle. There will be no chances for Mouse Sports given for free by FaZe. 9-5. And the reset is there once again.
Beautiful round from Olofmeister as well. I think that's for the... Did he get 4 there? Very nice indeed. Indeed, that was a 4K. That brings him to 13 kills, James, 3 assists, and 7 deaths. Olofmeister is officially leaped here in this elimination match. We'll see if that continues, though. The Mouse Sports buy in this last round of the first half is quite... It's something. It is quite something. Once again, we've seen a similar pressure towards the B side. We have 2 in underpass and a potential push in the B apartments itself, but there is actually no one in the B apartments. So Olofmeister has been really confident in pretty much all the plays. Oh, that is instant. There's nothing you can do about that.
That's one. I mean, if they can win this round, which is bloody unlikely, then it's a pretty close scoreline, as good as it has looked for FaZe. Takes away the numbers game. The wide peak, but Carrigan is so ready today. He is delivering, the in-game leader. You talk about the other 4, but those are important frags for Carrigan.
Yeah, that's the AK out of the hands of Mouse Sports for now, although Snacks has gone looking for it. Has it been disposed of? No. It is on the ground. Perhaps it's a bait. Questions there for Snacks. So he finds a FAMAS, and FaZe a bigger fish to fry than to worry about a singular AK. As they go back towards A here, looking to split through connector. Snacks' timing could be huge, and Oscar serves the bait for Snacks, perhaps. As Snacks watches across. Oh, Guardian, how is he ready for that one? Oscar still gets a frag to make good of it, but it's just Oscar left now.
That frag from Nico might just beat around. They know where Oscar is. They've got double pick, although one player's got a grenade in his hand. Pulls out the AK, and that is good for a 10-5 scoreline, and we see some frustration there. That wasn't the most enjoyable game of Counter-Strike, or half rather, for Mouse Sports, but Sonny is smiling, and he's been delivering. Got 12 kills in that half, and he's so important. Often the swing player for a good or bad performance for Mouse Sports. 5 rounds moving into the T side, and they may breathe a sigh of relief because that was a lot of pressure on their CT side.
Yeah, and as far as Mouse Sports goes, Chris J's been putting up numbers as well as Sonny, but we haven't seen too much from anyone else from the fragging department. And part of that is because of the way FaZe has been playing very effectively, having these really fast and then slow rounds, switching up the pace, loving some of the action we've seen out of Guardian. That's been very important with the AWP early on to get that momentum going. And then that momentum kept by Nico and Olofmeister and Carrigan and Rain. So FaZe, they can start off well with a pistol here. Maybe they can close this game out, but Mouse Sports have a lot of fight left in them, James.
Sonny, okay, never mind. Not Sonny anymore. Olofmeister. Of course, they're going to clip 5 versus 4. He is by that van position. In the meantime, the bomb's made its way towards A, so they pulled FaZe Clan out of position, planting inverse default, which means it's exposed to jungle, connector, ramp, and so on. But now what do they do?
Well, that is a good catch there from Robs, lurking around. 4 players left here for FaZe, though, as they make their way forward. It's not hazarding event push. Very exposed. Oscar is waiting there by the window. Carrigan looks to isolate him. Out comes the decoy there as the bomb is attacked, forcing Oscar back into position. Snacks will catch one. Nico doing some damage with the help of Guardian. Up to Robs now, 21 HP. Can he make this one work? He's got to get headshots. Headshots not in time. Unfortunately for Robs, all Mouse Sports as FaZe pick up the pistol, evening it to a pistol apiece.
Oscar's got to be frustrated with that. It was a free frag for him, and he didn't get anything from that position whatsoever. But that's one round. It's come and gone. You got to focus on the buy round to come at this point. Ooh, they got a bomb plant. Ooh, we have a juicy situation. Let's have a look. So we have 2 AK-47s out for the Mouse Sports side. This is a Nico round, but maybe because of the score, they don't want to wait for another round. What can they do with these 2 AKs?
Yeah, Snacks sacrificing himself and his money completely. You can see he's got no Kevlar. All he's got is a flash and then a Glock. Sad times for Snacks, but he's doing what he must for the team. Chris and Sonny have been the big performers here so far for Mouse Sports. Makes sense that those are the 2 with the rifles. We know how incredible they both are with them as well. Lots of utility here. And they are not wanting to show anything. They might show Snacks just to make it look like a full eco. And that's part of the reason why you want to sacrifice Snacks' equipment. And Snacks can also potentially use that flashbang to distract towards B. Still holding on to it though, and he rotates back towards Spawn to help his team out. And FaZe, they are just taking no risks here. They're just waiting to react.
The waiting game. What is the magical time on the clock for Mouse Sports? Who leads the charge? Is it the Pistols? Do they try to make their way towards jungle, towards CT, with some flashes here and there? They need to be close quarters. Snacks with a Glock and no Kevlar. Probably dropped a weapon for a teammate. Rain looking for something over the smoke. Can he be spotted? Snacks taken out. No surprise there. 4 on 4, however. Let's take close. Is there a pop flash for him? No, there are no grenades at this point for Mouse Sports. He hears the reload while Olaf Meister was almost made for the CTs, and Chris J gets 2. This is a great opportunity for Mouse Sports. 4 versus 2 now. Carrigan with an MP7 and Nico with the M4A4 to try and bring this one back.
Yeah, Nico is still alive. It's issue, isn't it? Finds one, takes minimal damage. Where are the other 2 here? Pressuring the bomb with the smoke. Again, so many players. Where the hell are they? He does have Carrigan in the back, but Carrigan's got his back to Robs. That's going to be no good there for FaZe, as Nico perhaps is looking a bit municipal here, but they're running around. Nico gets himself a fast 2, but he hasn't got time to go for the bomb. But he does settle with the damage, and he'll keep his M4 in play as well, and deny Mouse Sports from saving any guns, except for Oscar with the FAMAS. So, good job for Mouse Sports. They did take some damage, however.
I'm not sure if the smoke was to try and draw the players out to try and win the round, or to try and keep them there, contain them somewhat to, I don't know, maybe one explodes with the bomb or something, but Rob says no. You can see he's very focused. Some ominous tweets from him before this week as well, which makes you wonder. 5 rounds lead for FaZe Clan. May soon be shorter. They have had some investment in this round. Guardian's got a scout out, very fast play towards B bomb site, very nice idea to break anything they might have in mind, but Carrigan gets to a good start, he gets 2 kills out of it. Carrigan's playing out of his skin at the moment, and he's looking for a 3rd kill. He's still alive, and there it is. Massive plays from Carrigan, and this spins it around. Sonny with 30 HP versus 3 players.
That is enormous from Carrigan. How on earth did he find the path, the safe route through the bomb site? So much danger lurking. Now there's just one more danger left. Sonny with the AK finds himself some damage, but he is just so critically low. FaZe right now taking nothing for granted here. They're going to make him go deep for the bomb. They know they have the advantage, and they know that he has to plant. They don't have to do too much. Oh my god, opportunity there. Nico didn't land a single bullet. You can't say that every day. That's how it goes down to 2, and Olaf Meister critically weak as well. Sonny, we know how good he is. There's a chance here now, as he tries desperately to make this one work. They cannot allow this round to go sour. Still trying to find those players desperately. It's so difficult to try to isolate them, but he has time. Oh, we find another one. That's Olofmeister dead. One more to go. Rain, he's got a deagle. One bullet does it. Sunny! That is incredible. The patience and the focus. That's absolutely what Mousesports needed.
That is absolutely unbelievable. Seems trying not to smile there, but I see a wry one. That is fantastic from him. I think that would be a really cool round for a pro or an ex-pro to break down and try and explain to a viewer what he is thinking. Once he knows where people are, what he's thinking, what's going through his mind, because there's so many decisions and estimates to go through. Fantastic recovery, and that really keeps Mousesports in this game, mentally as well as score-wise. Oh, look, they're going for exactly the same round. I love to see this, I really do.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Because after seeing Carrigan with the heroic efforts with the MP7, you kind of want to see him get rewarded for that. But unfortunately, Mousesports, oh hello, they're here to smash face, and that is what they shall do.
Bearing in mind, the loser of this game is out. Just think of the pressure on Sunny's shoulders to clutch that round.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But also, of course, for those wondering, if you think they're mad doing exactly the same round after they have so many issues, you could argue quite reasonably that this is the last thing FaZe expect them to do. The exact same thing that they just almost fail-boated at. And this time, Mousesports will stay afloat.
So he has a lot of things on his shoulders, James, including gold chains. And he wants more gold chains. There's only one way to do that, James. To win a major. That is the best way. It looks like the gold chains come off here. And the gloves are certainly off as well for both teams. As James mentioned, there's no greater pressure for teams of these calibers, of these rankings. No greater pressure than to be threatened to be eliminated way too early from the major.
Speaking of double sniper rifles, now it's FaZe's turn. Olofmeister and Guardian, of course, Nico can pick up a sniper if he wants to as well. Carrigan used to some time ago on occasion. Oh, Rain cannot have his teammates ready for him in opportune time for the grenade to come out, but Nico's still alive. He has position, and he has the bomb, and now he longer has neither, but Guardian still in the CT position. Now he can choose to hold an angle diagonally across the site through triple if he wants to. He chooses to fall back for the retake. The flashes will deter him anyway. But now the smokes disappear. There are two more for Mousesports. I would imagine one might go towards this jungle position. They need to get the bomb down. There's the first one in CT, but do they plant the bomb? Guardian could jump over the top. It will be the inverse plant, a brave attempt. Guardian doesn't know if he can, and he won't.
Yeah, that was, I mean, brave. FaZe, you got to gamble that they're just going to wait for you to plant. Look at this lurk timing that could be in store later on here through Sunny. Oscar defending from the pit. He has to make noise, he has to get shots hit, but Olofmeister eviscerating Sunny straight away with that AWP, and now life starts to get difficult, but will they expect the second lurk? Snacks is coming, and Olofmeister, he's going to be looking this time. He will surely get caught by Snacks. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Olofmeister gets him, and that defuse comes straight in. Olofmeister, he is not going to be denied this round. That is a beautiful display of sniper skill. And that is one of the reasons why Olofmeister is scary. Just put anything in his hands and it will be very dangerous. And here it is, just catching that lurk out of Sunny. Snacks misses the spray, and he's going to regret that one because that could have made the difference. He kills Olofmeister there, he can get an angle on the bomb, and maybe this round goes the way of Mousesports.
FaZe Clan are only 4 rounds away. Only 4 rounds away. This is a bad situation for Mousesports. They have money, but they can't really afford to lose that many more rounds. Success has been brief for them, both in the first half. Beyond the pistol, they won 2 rounds. Here they had a string of 3. Second defuse, there have been 4 bomb plants at the very least in this half. So Mousesports are having some success, although some of them are the early rounds, which may not count so much as this continues, but here we go. 3 AWPs on the server. Oscar with 1 now. With Snacks' spawn, I do wonder if we'll look for a fast engagement towards the B area, because if the CTs were jumping on a wooden box, then they would be spotted. But with the likes of Olofmeister and Guardian maybe you don't want to do that. Nice pop flash support for him to get into position. Now he can easily fall off after taking a shot. It will be very difficult indeed to frag Olofmeister without a flashbang.
They wait. That's smoke there to slow things down, and incendiary as well. Everything baited out there for Carrigan. And there's only so much utility here left from Outsports. Ooh, Olofmeister will miss the first shot. That's one player pass, that's two. And the entire team now as it follows. Snacks gets burned by Chris Chase. Molotov, that is not a good sign. Olofmeister getting burned alive. Everyone on fire at this point. Rain somehow managing to escape the flames as he takes the corner. And oh, Sonny, he's found quite the angle there, James.
Yeah, that was a really nice spray from him, but he can't finish it off. It's Guardian after all. 1 versus 2 is Oscar now. This is madness. There are grenades all over the shop, moving into position. Guardian, does he go deep? Looking for an edge, the slightest edge. He knows Guardian's around the market area. That will allow Guardian to jump out if he wants to, but Guardian has reasonable cover. Oh, what a great bait from Oscar, but he still has a round to win. 35 seconds. Guardian repositions time and time again, and Rain gets kill number 3 for round number 13 for FaZe Clan. 3 rounds away from survival for the time being.
It's only fitting that Rain is the one to survive with all the flames just burning everyone. I think 2 or 3 players getting burned alive there. As you can see just how much is going on here. He couldn't even really move. He just stuck to the bin and still manages to make it work for the 3K. Very strong performance there, anchoring, well, not even anchoring the site, but coming in and saving the day as the anchors were drifting away. And now FaZe, it really feels like this has been their game, James. After the first 3 rounds, it's just felt like, you know, we saw, as you mentioned, in Mousesports throw away some good buys, trying to go for crazy retakes, and FaZe have looked so determined. And we've seen everybody turn up for FaZe 2.
Yeah, Carrigan definitely leading the charge. We've seen some great plays from him. They haven't always won a round, and it's not lighting up the scoreboard, but they have been really important. And I think that's just great to boost your team as well, because they know that they are supposed to do heavy lifting, but when Carrigan's doing that as well, it's just good for everyone. It's just good vibes, man. It's just good vibes. 1 AK and a bunch of pistols. This is a well-equipped round for Mousesports in terms of utility. They know that they can't really give up any more rounds for free, so gambles will be taken. Now you see a slow Mousesports approach at the beginning of the round to avoid some initial grenades from FaZe and also deal with any aggression. FaZe may be choosing to impose their will, but not for now. They will wait patiently. Carrigan on a balcony towards B. That's about as aggressive as it gets for the time being. No one in the window for FaZe, and that means that they won't know if anybody's in the underpass either.
Mousesports gravitate towards that A-bomb site. FaZe, once again, playing just a reaction game. Holding position, playing retake, pretty much everywhere. Got a deep angle into the B apartments, but they have no info on mid, and that's always very scary, but for them, soon they won't have to worry about it, because in comes the set piece from Slope and from the balcony from Palace. Guardian, will he go up on top of the box there? It's so often looked for. It's very risky. You've got to be careful with that one. And Mousesports, they'll take the site. FaZe play retake.
Even if they get the bomb down, what is the post-plant play? Chris J, we've seen him here before. Surely Guardian gets a frag if Chris J goes for it. Is there a flash? There are 2 flashbangs. Here comes the first one. And there we go. White really concentrating on it. He gets it eventually. Rain to trade though. The Molotov will try to force him out of his position, but the smoke will give him more cover. Sonny taken down in the meantime. A 4 versus 3. Oscar's on a late lurk in the mid position. Carrigan and Nick Connector could be vulnerable, but his team has to survive in the meantime. And now he's back on the side. He can't get any frags. And Oscar's got so much. And obviously he won't. Too many man. He's only got a deagle. 14-8 in favor of FaZe.
I was actually surprised though that Guardian went down because Rain was playing anti-flash. Because that smoke is so often going to be flashed through. So you have someone playing anti-flash. You don't want it to be the sniper necessarily because he has the gap to play with. Oh, I guess just Rain just missed the first couple of shots. Doesn't matter though. It didn't spiral out of control for FaZe. It's Mousesports who are losing control of this match. Oh man, Olofmeister is really on point, and that is just, I mean, who doesn't love to see that?
I do enjoy to see Olofmeister with a sniper rifle. It is fun. He is really good. Sends the reminders out there every now and then, and these are painful reminders for Mousesports because these may send them to the airports.
Ooh, that smoke, James, that was not supposed to go up there. That was supposed to be at the end of the platform, and now Carrigan has free vision.
Only vision, not this time. Ding dong. We've got an exchange, and it's Oscar and Sunny to try and stave off match point. Guardian not quite finding a mark just yet, but Oscar is completely exposed, and he gets taken out for free. Olafmeister with the AWP, the ring of the sniper rifle across Mirage, almost always in favor of FaZe Clan. Sunny now in a 1 versus 3, and Guardian may soon take him out. He's in a short position. In at the right time though, but Guardian goes back. No fear. Match point FaZe, survival point FaZe.
Yeah, that's a shot where Sonny knows that at that point his position's been given up. He might as well try to go for it.
Oh man!
And that's kind of a big deal because that smoke is supposed to help you sort of fake the rush in. Although I'm not sure if it would have played too much of a difference into the round, but you don't want to see that.
It's like you're the last guy of all your mates. You're about to walk into the club, and the security guy just stands in front of you.
No.
No, not with those shoes on, lad.
This could be it, James. Could be the last round for Mousesports here. Comes down to CZs, a Galil, a Deagle, and a bag for the utility. That's all they have. They have mid control as well. And they're looking to split into the A site, but FaZe, they have been looking so indomitable now.
Last chance to loot. Mousesports have to double their score at this point without losing a single round. They've lost a player already in an ill-equipped round. These AWPs, look how desperate it is. Look how desperate it is. More pigeons flying in the sky, being taken out by the likes of Guardian.
Counter-terrorists win.
And there it is. Mousesports are eliminated, and FaZe survive for now.
Yes, FaZe, they looked really good in this matchup. You know, Mousesports had some great rounds here or there, but again, that feeling from the beginning, we just saw